Okay, so I just finished watching Rain, episode 14. Whatever the episode name is that is before Into the Darkness or The Darkness or whatever it is. I made notes so I remember to talk about because I have a bad habit of making just random things be said and not making any sense whatsoever. Um, I kind of like how it ended up playing out that Lola got with Francis and that Lola became jelly that he's back in court with Mary and they got married and Lola's pregnant. Um, Mary definitely has the right to be mad. Obviously, anybody would be mad. Um, Saying that Lola will never see Francis again, or Francis would never see Mary again when it happened, still didn't make it right in the heat of the moment. Obviously, whatever. Or as the king says, deep in conversation. I love how Kenna and Lola were talking about getting rid of it, and they're like, "Oh, well, what does the king do?" And he covers it up. It's funny how words can be like we understand in the modern age, but if you think about it, it's random. Anyway, I'm not making much sense, and we're talking about anything in particular, and I'm even looking at my notes, so go figure how that's working out. Um, huh, what else? What else? What else? Random note, if you want to go back, I might be able to find it in order to put it down below. Um, the dress that Mary had on when she was talking to Francis in her bedchambers before she went out into the woods. It was actually a very pretty dress. It had like the thing like right here and it like went down and I don't know, it was white. It would look horrible on me, but that's not the point. It was pretty and I wanted to comment on it. Um, oh, I'm not digging Francis and Mary anymore like I did at first. And I was like, yeah, they belong together. They belong together. Well, I didn't really like how Sebastian and Mary were engaged because Francis had left, but they have such a chemistry that it's like, but please. Um, yeah. I like Mary and Sebastian as like the kind of a limbo in a sense that when Francis is out of the picture, Francis even is in the picture, like you can tell that they care for each other regardless if, whatever is said. I mean, Mary even says like you can't offer me these things because I'm wed. And Sebastian's like, I don't know what to say because I love you, whatever. But yet he shows up back at the cabin with what's her face and her and her brother, and they're like, he's like, oh, I'm in love with you or whatever for the one night stand kind of deal, and like kisses her and all this fun stuff. But you could tell when he first saw her that it was like, hey, you saved me. Oh, hey, how's it going? So. Yeah, I would be very interested to see how this plays out with the darkness aspect of it. That Olivia, I believe her name is, how she's back, but not really back, and she's killing people ish. Um, just to see how her prediction is coming. I'm not 100% about my history, so I'm not sure if like the darkness that's coming is like the plague or whatever. But the preview, I don't know why. Perhaps I'm in that kind of mindset. But the preview showed somebody in a hood. How it was like up and like over like their head like that. First thing I thought of was that Assassin's Creed with point whatever. Clearly they're crossovering, obviously. Um, I don't know. Just curious to see how it all plays out and how Kenna is with the king and she's being all Miss Seductress in a sense, um, and how he of course is making out with her right in the window that he dropped the Duchess on, and she's like, "Don't let go." and I'm pretty sure Ken is smart enough to grab the back of his neck and bring him with her. Um, so I'm curious to see how that's playing out. That he's like, oh, we have more time to play, and she's like, oh, okay. And then of course they go in the window, and it's like, don't throw her outside. Um, I am curious though. I thought about this the other day, um, to see what Lola's like future was, in a sense, when Nostradamus went through all the girls, and I think I mentioned this once before in a different review that may or may not have been eaten by the internet, that it's curious to see what he predicted for her. Like, you know, he said all these bad things about everybody, and they're all like, oh, why would you say that? And, you know, you're the one who, like, made out with the one with the white on the face, or the guy with white on his face, or Mark, or whatever, and that the other one's not going to ever leave the castle, and I don't remember what the other ones were, because they haven't really pinpointed it out yet, but I'd love to go back or have somebody tell me, because I clearly can't do my own research, to see what was predicted for her, to see if having the baby or not having the baby, or being the mistress of Francis, or whatever the case is what was told for her future. Um, the scenes also show Francis, well, the way the scenes were edited, maybe not actually going to happen, but the way the scenes were edited in the sense that you will see Francis talking to Lola and being like, hey, no, this ain't going to happen, like, what's up with this? I'm surprised Mary didn't figure it out sooner, but she pinpointed it, of course, when she was going to save her, and was like, oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, but I can't tell you, you'll hate me. Yeah, you're right, I do hate you, but, you know, we'll let this go. Um, well, I think 7 minutes of me rambling about the episode is about enough. I'm definitely hooked, and according to the light, you can see I have all these blonde roots coming in on my dark hair. So we'll just move back and say I'll see you guys later.